live from the House of LeMay Makeup and Dressing Room.
Here comes Amber, stop what you're doing. Here comes Amber, she's just doing what she can. Here comes Amber, cue the spotlight. Here comes Amber with 2 drinks in her hand. The matriarch of fashion, from sequins to her glasses, you can't look away. Ask her, does she do it? There's really nothing to it. She's got that feminine gaze. If you have a party, or if you're feeling naughty, call up the House of LeMay. Here comes your favorite gal. Here comes your queen. Here comes the talk of the town. It's Amber Live tonight. The music starts playing. It's time for cabareting on Amber Live tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, please turn off all cell phones and get ready for your host, Amber LeMay.
Hi there! Happy Sunday, everyone! It's Sunday, 8 o'clock Eastern, so that must mean it's time for Amber Live. Yep, and you know what you got to do first. You got to like, you got to share, and then if you're over there on Amber Live TV or on YouTube, make sure you subscribe too, okay? We'd love to have you as a subscriber. It's free, so why don't you go ahead and do that? Oh, man, we got a great show lined up tonight, so let's bring Russell in so we can talk about it. Hey, Russell.
Hey, Amber.
Oh,
excuse me. How are you?
What were you doing?
Drinking already.
Oh, well, I know what you mean. I totally know what you mean. First off, Russell, I just have to thank you again for last week's show. If you people didn't see it, Russell snuck a fast one by me, and it was a birthday roast to me. I had no idea it was going to happen, and he had all these people bring on, send in video comments and people on live, and it was just a really nice, oh, God, it was almost an hour and a half.
It went by quickly, though.
Yes, it
and
did.
We had our great friends Madge and Biscuit hosting, who did a fabulous job.
And we teased everyone by saying that they had a big announcement to make. Well, trust us, they are going to have a big announcement soon, and they promised to announce it on Amber Live. So we can't wait to have them back. Yes, but
we'll be back.
Dixie Longate, Yolanda, Miss Richfield, Sherry Vine. Oh my gosh, it was just great. Thea Lewis, it was just all great. So thank you again, Russell. All right.
You are welcome.
Yeah. So we probably have some new viewers tonight. Yeah. So where's the best way for them to watch the show?
Well, there's lots of ways to watch the show, but the best way is either using our friends at Stream Ally or going to youtube.com/Amber Live. And that's where Amber is in full HD. And so you can see every crack and crevice and crease of, she's got Dermablend to hide them now. But YouTube does a great job showing it. You can watch us there. And if you're there, please subscribe. It helps us out. We're trying to grow our subscriber base there. So please just click on that subscribe button. If you're at amberlive.tv, that is the YouTube feed. And in the corner of the video, you'll see a little subscribe button. So you can subscribe to us. So
yeah, and if you call in or you sign up for announcements, you'll find out when we're going to go live. Not only on Sunday nights, but we've been going live on Wednesdays as well for a little Amber chat. We've done that for 10 weeks now.
I know, time flies, doesn't it? We've been doing this for 49 weeks. So,
oh my goodness! But the Amber chat's been so much fun. We had someone on from Illinois, from Florida, from California last Wednesday. We just talked about
from Provincetown.
Yeah, whatever came up. Oh, we had a nice conversation about what's going on in Provincetown in the winter. So you never know what we're going to talk about on Wednesdays. It's usually around between 8 and 9 o'clock. So put that in your calendar as well. What else are you going to do?
I don't know.
So
that's all I do.
What's your next topic? What's on your list,
well,
Russell?
My favorite topic, the bustiers. And we love the bustiers. They are what keeps this show going, and we will always want to thank our super bustiers. Rial, who has just been incredible since the beginning and continues to support us. John Martin and Larry Lamori have all been wonderful bustiers. And then we picked up some new ones this week and some repeats. Michael Schultz helped us out again. Kathleen Richards joined us, and Karen and Ron Gephardt helped us out as well. And that is fantastic because it really is important to keep this show going. If you'd like to support us, at the bottom, you'll see it says Venmo at RJD Pro. And you'll see we have 3 different levels. If you donate $25 or more, we'll send you a sticker. For $100 or more, we'll send you a sticker and a magnet. And for $200 or more on level 3, you get the sticker, the magnet, and the mug. And that's what keeps this show afloat and streaming. So thank you all. And again, it's that Venmo at RJD Pro. And I'll try to put that up later in the show to remind you.
Yep, you'll want one of these mugs. That's for sure. Mm-hmm.
They're great for coffee, for water, and vodka.
Yes, we want to say happy birthday to Ron Gephardt. He lives in Memphis, okay, and they had 11 inches of snow in Memphis, and they don't get snow. But luckily, he was from Northwest Ohio, so he knew what to do. So he had his kid go out and shovel. That's what you do.
Yeah, but did he have a shovel?
Well, he said it was a garden shovel. So I don't know what that entailed. But no, that was tough. You know, Memphis and Tennessee or Texas, all those places just had some terrible weather. And here in Vermont, we're going, wasn't so bad. Yeah. All right, so what's our caption this week, Russell?
Well, this week is our first video caption, and I'm going to play the video for you, and so you can see it. Here it is. So there's a still shot from the video. If you have a funny caption for that, send it in the comments, label it as the caption, and let Jack know. And then at the end of the show, we'll bring up the funniest ones and laugh about them. So that's the caption
great.
Of the week. And now on to our guests for tonight.
Yes, who's on tonight? Tell us who's on.
Oh, such a lineup. Tonight we're doing Movie Magic with Jake West Wiseman, who has made a couple of films himself and who also has I want to call it a podcast, but it's on YouTube, a series going all about the industry. And I believe he's active on Twitch as well. So you can talk with him all about Hollywood, Amber. And then after that, we have a returning guest, our old friend Roberto Serrini, who did the film Italy in Bocca, which is all about food. And he has some big news about that, a big announcement, and it's not your birthday.
Not another one.
No. Oh, we got to wait a whole year, Amber.
I'll be here. All right, that sounds great. And we'll have you back later on in the show, Russell. So go get ready and let's put on this show tonight.
Have fun. Bye.
Oh, yeah. Bye. All right. Oh, hold on here. Let me see what's going on here. I got it under control. All right. So 2021 is trying to out crazy 2020, and it's only February. So let's look at the headlines. So Mother Nature decided to forego the classic warning and mess with Texas. That mother sent a winter storm so strong it wiped out the Lone Star State's power grid, leaving millions of Texans without heat in sub-freezing temperatures. And then the water ran out. And tough-talking Texas Senator Ted Cruz stared teary-eyed at a photo of the old Alamo and knew exactly what he should do: run away to Mexico with his family for a weekend getaway at a Cancun resort. I blame Texas. You could have elected Beto O'Rourke to the Senate, but y'all said, nope, Ted Cruz represents our values of running, ducking, and hiding from responsibility and denying climate change. No way this comes back to bite us in the ass. Don't mess with Texas. Yeehaw! Well, if Ted Cruz was avoiding the whole role of leadership, leaving the constituents to survive to a deadly winter storm, what was option B doing? Well, Beto O'Rourke immediately got on the phone and worked with organizations to help transport stranded Texans to care facilities with heaters, food, and running water. And he's not even in office. Also, AOC, the congresswoman from NYC, has raised close to $5 million to help Texas, a conservative state whose politicians routinely use her as a verbal punching bag to tell us how bad the libtards are. Texas, you got messed with by Mother Nature and then got a helping hand from someone you hate because she looks at you the way you're supposed to look at her as a fellow American. How did this all happen? Well, like most of Texas infrastructure, the power grid is underfunded due to tax breaks for the wealthy. But we still spent tons of money in Texas over the last 4 years. Yeah, like about $15 billion on a border wall that can't even keep Ted Cruz out of Mexico. Ted Cruz has a tweet, of course he does, from 2016 saying, "I'll believe in climate change when Texas freezes over." Well, deal's a deal, Mr. Cruz. Well, naked hotel guests in South Korea were shocked, I tell you, to discover the mirrored glass in the sauna is actually see-through. Shocking for everyone on both sides of the glass, really. Have you ever been to a sauna? The people who are naked are never the people you want to be naked. It's always an old guy who just happens to walk pelvic forward as his balls hit his knees. Oh, well, looks good to me. Oh, good news now. Rush Limbaugh dies, finally. I know, it's not nice to wish ill on the dead, but this dirtbag used to hold a regular segment on his show where he celebrated gay people dying from AIDS. So, yeah. Sad part is, he's not going to face any of the people he hurt during his career because they're all in heaven. And he's in hell with a bunch of other people who think just like him. Broadcasting live from the Lake of Fire, it's Rush to Hell. And that's this week's headlines. Yes, as Russell mentioned earlier, this week's about the movie business and things going on in movies, even though I haven't been inside a movie theater in over a year, but they're still doing it. And we've got two guests tonight that are going to tell us how. So our first guest is Jake Wiseman. Come on in, Jake.
Hi.
Hey, Jake.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Good to see you. So where are you right now? What city, town?
Right now, I'm in a small town called Macomb, Illinois, which is about 4 hours out of Chicago. It's closer to Missouri than Chicago right now.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. I was in Chicago for a really long time, but I wasn't able to stay. I wasn't able to keep the movie theater job because of the whole pandemic thing. So we are.
Totally understand. So Jake, just give us, I know you are originally from Burlington.
Yep.
So how did you get from Burlington to Chicago?
Oh, that's a good question. I went to school in Chicago in the South Loop and ended up just staying there. I knew actually some people through X Theater and Cindy Zook who went to school where I ended up going to school. And so through all these people ended up in Chicago and didn't think I would be there and just stayed until I couldn't stay anymore.
So what did you go to school for?
Screenwriting and directing. And independent production, yeah.
All right, so you graduated and you stayed in Chicago. What did you do after graduation?
After graduation, I made a couple of features, feature films. One called Scrapers, a comedy for romantic stoners, and the other one's called Clean Sheets. And I also helped manage an independent movie theater for 6 years. Okay.
First, let's watch that trailer for Scrapers.
Did you ever think you could ever say I'm living my dreams until the day I die? I'm living my dreams until the day I die. Well, it's easy to dream when you're always high. I get enough to never come down and to never look back, heading to my next town now. I'm high enough to never come down and to never look back, I gotta stay high.
Well, that looks like fun.
Yeah,
All
thank
right,
you.
so where does the term scrapers come from? I've got my ideas, but what are you telling me?
It started because there was a theme that got cut out of the film where they're scraping res. There's actually a lot of scraping of res from bowls.
That's what I thought.
Okay, cool. But also, they're the characters are poor, so they're scraping, you know. But it starts with the weed.
That's the first thing I heard the name scrapers. I go, I know, I've been there.
Oh, good. I pride myself. I don't know if this is actually true, but we say that it's the first movie to have like a serious res smoking scene right in the middle of it, and it's gross.
Right.
It's just as gross as you think it is. So,
So where did that movie go? What happened to it? I see it's on Amazon Prime.
yeah, we managed to get it on Amazon Prime. I did a lot of independent screenings around Chicago, around the Annoyance Theater and some local bars and some local movie theaters, and got some really cool write-ups here and there. And decided, you know, Amazon, you can just upload your own stuff if you do it right, and get to, you know, I get to keep all the rights and everything like that. So it's very, very cool.
Do you get money from it? Do you get money from Amazon?
Very, very small. But if like everyone decided to watch Scrapers all of a sudden,
very good. Now, is it free on Amazon Prime, or I have to? Is it part of my subscription?
yeah, if you have Amazon Prime, it's free. If you don't have Amazon Prime, it's like $4 to rent and $4 to buy. So hopefully you'll just buy it.
Okay, all right. And then let's watch that the trailer for Clean Sheets as well. This is interesting.
Thanks.
Yeah.
What's on the docket?
Well, I hate to ask you this on your birthday.
What?
I could pay you both good money if you do one itsy bitsy favor for me.
What's the job?
Oh, it'll be fun.
Oh, it's fun, babes. It's gonna be fun.
See, this clutch was stolen from me, and it can only have been one of two people. They both deny ever having seen it. The last time I saw the clutch, I was having a business dealing with these two individuals.
What's the clutch look like?
Fabulous and one of a kind. You'll recognize it in context.
Who are the players?
Come on, it'll be fun. So, first of all, was it Victoria or Veronica Sinclair?
Veronica Sinclair. Oh, please
Veronica.
follow Miss Veronica Sinclair on Instagram. She is beautiful.
Oh yes. Now,
Very,
how
very
did you meet? How did you meet her?
Oh, I've known her since first year of college, and we were in a class together, and I think I was like, I don't want to be friends with you. And they were like, yeah, you do. And then that's my oldest Chicago friend. And the photographs that they take are wonderful. And so when she started taking Instagram photos, I was like, I gotta write a character for her. And she nails it. She just kills it.
So were you one of the characters in that movie?
I'm Greasy Dubois. Yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Very good. All right. So that's the past. So what are you doing now on YouTube? Tell me about that.
So on YouTube, I'm doing this channel. I'm started by just talking about the trends that were going on in Hollywood, in movie theaters, because my whole life was movie theaters, and it's crumbled. Like there's a day where it just kind of fell apart, like a literal day. And so it took a long time to kind of understand what was going on. So after doing that for a year and moving and figuring out my situation, I'm now transforming the YouTube channel into kind of a journal of what I'm trying to do as an independent filmmaker. I'm writing screenplays. I'm doing shorts. I'm doing my best to try and get my name out there. So.
Oh, very good. Cindy Zook says you were a fixture at Waterfront Video.
I worked there for a very long time. Yeah.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
And my face was there for a long time. Yeah, I worked there. I worked the move. So I started working there doing inventory when it was on, what was it, Battery Street?
Battery Street, yeah.
And then I worked the move and then did it until couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah, Waterfront Video, for those who didn't know, was the coolest video store. It had everything, and
quite a reputation.
It was great. It had everything but back booze.
Absolutely, lots of good stories. Lots of wonderful, wonderful people work there.
So, did we put up Jake's address for his YouTube channel? There it is. There's
Twitch.
Twitch.
Yeah. Come hang out with me on Twitch.
Chicago. All right, very good. Well, thank you very much, Jake. We'll bring you back in for the quiz.
Thanks so much. Can't wait. Thanks for having me.
Great talking to you. Yay! That was great seeing Local Boy do good. All right, so let's see. Now we got Jake taken care of. He'll be back. And now it's our weekly edition of the RuPaul Wrap-Up, Pass the Tea. Let's watch.
Girl, that's hot.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Pass the Tea. I'm Sherry Poppins.
And I'm Angela Mansberry. And today we are breaking down episode 8 of RuPaul's Drag Race. And this theme was the Rusical.
The Rusical, darling.
Now, I love a musical. But this was a weird one. I gotta say, a musical, it was based on social media. And so all of the different queens were different social media apps. And we even had to play Russian bots, which was kind of fun. I think it wasn't written my favorite. It just wasn't. But I thought the queens did a good job with it.
Yeah, I think the queens, I 100% agree. I think the writing, if you really listen to the lyrics, for me, especially in the Russian part, I was like, this is like kind of weird that it's like the Drag Race musical this season, but I think overall the queens did a stellar job.
Yeah, and who were some of
there were some highlights, but
right. Who were some of your highlights?
Well, obviously Rosé, hands down, stole the show. I was pleasantly surprised with Utica, based on the rehearsal, and also the Russians, Denali and Mick. I think were like my fave 4.
Yeah, I thought the Russians kind of stole the show. It was fun. They immediately walked on stage and it immediately worked.
Yeah.
I think that I also thought Tina did a very good job. Tina was very much the MC of the type of event. And that was a hard part. She had the most words of all of the people. And I thought she did a really good job.
I thought she did great too. My one critique of her was I know that she was going for a Liza Minnelli look, but I would have liked to see her be Tina Burner and not, unless it was written that way, maybe it was written for her to be a Liza Minnelli thing, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, it didn't, you kind of lost her in that role.
That's kind of where I felt, yeah.
Yeah, but it definitely was not one of the weakest performances, even though she was in the bottom, but we're jumping ahead. But for our runway looks this week, we had a yellow gorgeous.
Ooh. Yeah, this one was a really fun runway. I love when the runway theme is very open-ended, so you can really let your creativity flourish. And I think for some of the girls, they really nailed it. I loved Mix, the Crash Dummy, Gagatrandra.
But gorgeous.
Who else were some of your tops for the runway?
We had 2 taxi cabs, which I thought both taxi cabs were very good. It was Tina Burner and Elliot with 2 T's. I think Elliot with 2 T's edged out Tina a bit, just because it was really well tailored to her. But I have to say, I really like Tina's too. We were talking about, I love the little
the tap lights.
Yeah, the tap lights as the headlights on the car. It was very cute. I really liked it. And then of course we had our bottoms of the week, which one? It was Tina, and it was Candy, and it was Simone. Simone had a tough week.
The gag that like Simone has been slaying all season so far, and then just ends up in the bottom, was like, I think it's gonna be like one of those like reality checks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was intense to see that our 2 lip syncers were Simone, who has been such a front runner in this, and then she was lip syncing against Candy, and it was a great lip sync. They really both nailed it. And the gag of the century, tell us about it.
The double save. But this time it was different because, like, instead of being like, Shantae, you both stay, or like, Shantae, you stay, and also Shantae, you stay, they fully were like, bye, Candy, after telling Simone that she was the winner. And then RuPaul, as she's weeping and walking off stage, is like, wait a minute. You also get to stay. We don't want to see you go yet. And to me, that's like amazing because I thought they both deserved to stay, but also like the psychological trauma that you're causing these girls this season between the whole like haves and have-nots in the beginning and now this, I'm like, cut it out, you know?
Yeah, my God, that was intense. That was intense to watch. But I have to agree, I thought Candy did such a good job. Of course, I knew Simone was not going to go home.
No.
But I thought Candy really rose to the occasion with that lip sync, and she deserved to stay. She really did.
She did. And also, like, I love that Beyonce Hold Up reference. Like, the dress was great. The flowers in the hair were lovely. Like, her runway was strong. Her performance wasn't. But then her lip sync was so good, too. So, yeah.
Right. And, of course, our winner of the week was Rosé in an orange outfit. But, you know, fine. We still love The Mask. We love it. So
we'll give love a good nod to a really classic film like The Mask. And I mean, and it was a no-brainer. Whether she was orange or green or not, like, she demolished that musical. So
she did.
Claps for Rosé.
It was fantastic. And of course, next week is a bit different because they're doing a coronavirus special. So it'll be a bit different for RuPaul. But don't worry, we will be back in the future. So do not worry. We will be back here to discuss more RuPaul's Drag Race. And once again, I am Angela Mansberry.
And I'm Sherry Poppins. Until next time, y'all. Cheers, baby.
Cheers. Back to you, Amber. Jinx.
All right, bye, girl.
Bye.
Girl, that's hot.
Cheers, girls. Thank you. Wasn't that fun? Yeah, we're not sure if they'll be back next week to talk about the special that RuPaul's doing, but they might. Who knows? Oh, man. But if you have any questions about them or if you have any comments about RuPaul's Drag Race, send them in to Amber LeMay live at gmail.com, and we'll pass the word on. Love those girls. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Russell, come back on in.
Hello again, Amber.
Yes. I love them. I love their energy. I love their comments. They're having fun, and that's what it's all about.
Yes, and the costumes or the outfits.
Yes.
Every week something new.
That's great. That's great. All right, so let's show that caption one more time.
There is the still image from the caption. If you've got a funny caption for this one, send it in to Jack. He's looking for them, and we'll talk about them at the end of the show.
Yes, yes. Send them in. We've got a couple funny ones already, so go ahead and type them in. Let's see. What else did you want to talk about?
Giveaway. We have a giveaway going, and if you'd like to win this Amber Live mug, you can go to amberlive.tv, and there's a button right there that says click to win. You fill out the form, and you could win that Amber Live mug. You can have your coffee every morning. And yeah, we've all got them.
Or there's another way they can get one too. Isn't that right?
That is true. They can go to the store and get them. And we have a word from our sponsor about that.
It's officially winter time now, and the days are getting longer, but they're still cold. And it's a great time of year to stay inside, safe and warm. And Amber Live can help you do all of that. We have sweatshirts and hoodies to snuggle up in the cold winter nights, and get yourself an Amber Live mug for your coffee, your hot chocolate, or some of those adult beverages that Lucy Bell's been fixing up. And if you must go outside, how about wearing an Amber Live mask, please? We've got all that and much more at the Amber Live store. Order your merchandise today. Yes, you know.
Yeah.
and
got it all.
If you order any Amber Live merch, send us a picture and we'll post it on the air as well. So we'd love to see that.
Or if you want to send a picture of yourselves watching Amber Live on your TV or anything like that, feel free to send it in. We'd be glad to have you as a guest.
All right, Russell. We'll see you at the end of the show.
Okay, bye.
Yes, bye. Okay, so now it's time for our top 5. You know, this week NASA made its 5th rover landing on Mars, sending back spectacular images, video, and sound of the red planet. So, to honor this accomplishment, it's time for the top 5 things I would do on Mars if I was on the rover. Well, the first thing I do is I put on red sequin gown. It's the red planet after all. Got to look the part. The fourth thing I do is I'd introduce vodka to the Martians, a Martian teeny, if you will. Yeah, I'm sure they'd appreciate that. Number 3, and then after a couple of those Martian teenies, I'd steal the rover and do some donuts in the Martian sand. No cops to stop me this time. Donuts. The number 2 thing I would do if I was on Mars in the rover, well, on second thought, I wouldn't drive it around. I'd ask my producer, Russell, to drive me around. What else does he have to do? Oh, sorry, Russell. And the number 1 thing I do on Mars, I broadcast Amber Live from the Red Planet so you loyal fans wouldn't miss a minute of me, because I know you'd be upset with that. So, yeah. So, wow, that's great. Hi, Mars. I'm sure they're watching. All right, so now it's time for another weekly event, and that's Bitchin' in the Kitchen with Lucy Bell. Bitchin' in the Kitchen with Lucy Bell. Oh, you'd love it. If it was on right now, you'd be laughing, and you'd say, what's she coming up with next?
Lucy's missing at the minute. We'll do her after the quiz.
Okay. Well, what's that Lucy Bell doing? she probably then got caught up in her dress. So, all right. Oh, hey, Annie. Hey, Jer. Nice seeing you. Miss you guys. I saw Dean from Massachusetts send a message earlier, too. Hi, guys. Winter rendezvous next year. Yeah, we'll be there. All right. So we'll skip over Lucy Bell, and then we'll get back to her. So right now, let's bring in our other guest, Roberto Serrini. Roberto.
Hi.
Hi there, Roberto. Welcome back.
Yes. Nice to see you.
Nice seeing you. Last time you were on, I think it was in towards the end of May.
Yes.
And we haven't seen from you since or heard from you. But
yes.
I know you've been busy. So
I have. As you can see, I've been eating. So there's more of me to see. As most people have in this quarantine. So
all right. Well, let's watch why you've been eating. So Russell, show that clip.
We've been nominated for 2 Taste Awards, so I'm officially stress eating. In Bocca, a film, 20 cookbooks, 4 dishes, 2 friends. Cheers.
Immersion.
Repulsion.
Devotion. Lactation.
Laceration.
Eruption.
Emotion. Impersonation.
Aggression.
Presentation.
Affection.
Combustion.
Attention.
Equation. Secretion.
Aviation.
Slow motion. Gustation.
Immersion.
Contortion.
Perfection. Reaction. Libation.
Stop motion.
And donation. Help Italy take a trip in Bocca. Visit Italy in Bocca to find out more.
All right, Italy in Bocca is the documentary that you made right before the pandemic. So give us a little more history on it, please.
Well, a friend of mine collects these really cool, rare cardboard cookbooks called Italy in Bocca, and it's a book from each region in Italy, so 20 in all. And he just finished his collection. It took him years, like 20 years to put together. So it's the day before quarantine in New York, God, like a year ago. And we're like, well, let's do a blowout dinner because this might be the last time we could eat with friends. So we made this insane meal, went to the best shops in New York, went to Pino's, we went to Gustiamo's, we went to Caputo's. We got all the ingredients. We cooked 4 amazing recipes out of these books. And, as a filmmaker, I, for better or worse, document everything, regardless if I know what I'm going to do with it. So we shot it. It was a great meal. And then while quarantine was going on, it was the first thing on my hard drive. So I started cutting together and turned into this documentary. And it's just been like skyrocketing since then.
So that's great. So since May, what has happened to it, and what's some of the reaction?
Well, we put it up, and then, people started watching it, obviously, talking about it, asking where they can get the books. We had a bunch of interviews with celebrity chefs and Epicurean royalty, did a lot of Zoom calls and interviews like this with people. And basically, we used the film as kind of a vehicle to help bring awareness to Italy, because in the early stages of the pandemic, Italy was getting just destroyed. So it was hard not to make this film and not think about Italy all the time and how sad it was. So we're trying to raise money for food banks. We work with the Food Bank of New York and the World Food Bank, and raised a decent amount of money for people in need. So it's been amazing. And now, almost a year later, it's won 6 film festivals. They still have those, even though they're online. And it's nominated for 2 Taste Awards, which I've been told are like the Oscars for food and culture. So I'm very proud of that.
Well, how cool. Yeah, the Taste Awards. Can you give me any more information about that? Who sponsors them, or who?
They're in LA, the LA Taste Awards. I mean, Anthony Bourdain was like the first recipient, and he was inducted into their Hall of Fame.
And look what happened to him.
Right, just to be in the room with his company. I don't care like what happens. It's just like, wow, that's epic. So it's been going on for a while now. I don't know how long, but it's an established thing, and you're in really good company. You're with some of the greatest films and television that has to deal with culture, food, and fashion. So regardless, it's just nice to be recognized, and it's nice that people watch the film, and hopefully they can still, help not just Italy, but anyone that's kind of still suffering from the pandemic, because it's not like people aren't, it's still raging. So hopefully this brings a little joy and a little help, and, makes people fat too, which makes me happy.
So when do you find out about the Taste Awards?
End of March.
End of March. Ooh, that's exciting, though. So now, do you put your name on buses, like for an Academy Award and things like that?
No, we're more subtle.
To the voters?
We're much more subtle. We like to do the other way, where it's like, oh, you haven't heard of us? Don't worry about it. Like that much sexier for us. So no, I don't even know how we got in there, to be honest with you. It just kind of happened, and so stoked about it. And I think, the more people that watch it, the more people love it, and the more popular it gets. So it was a really nice project to have. I mean, you started this, back in the day too, and I feel like we both sunk our teeth into something we really love doing, and it's just nice to see it continue. And the one good thing that's come out of all this, really.
Yeah, lemons into limoncello.
Yeah, sour grapes in the wine. Let's do this.
So when was the last time you were in Italy?
It feels like a billion years ago. No, it was just over a year ago. Just over a year. So, but everyone I know, thank God, is safe. My family's okay over there. My friends. I mean, everyone's having a hard time because the economy is totally stalled. But Stanley Tucci's doing okay. He's going around eating his spaghetti. Good for him.
I was going to bring that up. He has a show on a CNN about eating Italy or something like that.
Yeah, no. So it's nice. At least I can virtually travel through the TV screen with him. So I'm glad.
Well, I was wondering if he stole the idea from you. That's what I was wondering.
Look, stole, borrowed. We're all Italian. It's one family. How can I get mad at him? It's not really a big deal. But if Stanley, you're watching, give me a call, okay? We got to talk to
you. So, have you gotten calls from famous people, about this?
Yeah, no, we've talked to a bunch. I mean, if you go to the website, InleyBocca.com, you can check out the blog. There's a bunch of cool interviews. And we got approached by a few different production companies to try to put it into some kind of a series format for Netflix or Italian television. So it's been super interesting. I literally had no idea when we did this that it was going to turn into anything. I was just shooting things with my phone and a camera that I always have and just thinking, oh, we should document this. This is going to be a banger meal. And it turned into this really beautiful story about two friends, this country that they love, and the food that brings them together, So it's been fantastic, really fantastic.
So where is your friend now that you did this with?
He's dead. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. So dark. So dark, Amber. You too, though, with the news. So dark. I can't even deal with you. No, he's good. He's in New York. He's still in Brooklyn in the same place. So he's weathering out the storm, and we're working on other projects together as we go along. So it's been good. We're both glad that we've had this to kind of work on and bring people together and, bring a little light into the darkness kind of thing.
Oh, well, good luck to you. That is so cool. And after this settles, after you win the Taste Awards and you're featured on Netflix and all that, what's your next big project? Or do you have anything else that you're laying the groundwork on?
Yeah, I'm going to lose 80 pounds, buy a Speedo and a small boat and just travel between Croatia and Italy back and forth eating spaghetti and clams. That's just all I want to do right now. That's it. Once I get famous, I want out. Just took out. That's it. So I'm working on that, but
all right. We all have to have goals. That's for sure.
Yes, that's true.
Great. All right. Well, thank you very much, Roberto. And remember, it's in your acceptance speech, it's Amber LeMay.
Amber LeMay. Thank you, Amber LeMay. You gave us everything here at the table and the bounty that we eat from. So.
Thank you very much. All right. So it's time for the quiz. So let's bring Jake back in. And this quiz. Hi, Jake.
I'm back.
Yes. I saw what you were doing. I can see you into the green room there.
I know. Well, my interview's done.
All right. So tonight's quiz is about documentary films. All right. So I figured that would be something that you guys might have an interest in. And so the first Academy Awards, for documentaries was handed out in 1942. That year, and for the next 7 years, what was the topic of the films? It was all the same topic. Was it 1, FDR's New Deal, 2, wars in the world, or 3, American sports teams? What do you think was the topic of the first 7 Academy Awards for Best Documentary?
I'd say wars of the world.
I would go with that one as well.
Yes, it was, and I think some of it might have been propaganda, because most were produced by the U.S. Navy and Army Special Services and even the British Ministry of Information and the Australian News and Information Bureau. So they were heavy into the propaganda at the time.
We still are, my friend. We still are.
Well, Walt Disney won the documentary award 2 years in a row, 1953 and 1954, both with a similar subject. What was that subject? Was it nature? Was it satire on wars? Or was it Joseph McCarthy? What was crawling up Walt Disney's butt that he had to make documentaries about?
Well, if you say it like that, I would think it's McCarthy. But I was going to say nature just because it makes more sense. I'm going to go with McCarthy. Why not?
Oh, well, okay. That's choices. I'm going to go with nature. I'm going with nature.
Sorry to throw you a curveball there, Roberto. It is nature. One was called The Living Desert, and the other was The Vanishing Prairie. So Walt Disney was into the nature there out in the western part of the country. All right, another famous name, Jacques Cousteau, won 2 documentary awards, one in 1956 with The Silent World. This was his first one. And what did it feature? What was it about? Was it about the Royal Library of Elba, which is the world's oldest library, the ocean depths in color, or the inside of a whale? What was the silent world about? What's your guess there?
I just want it to be the inside of a whale. I don't think that's true, but I would very much like to see it. So jump on it, someone. You can just get a GoPro and throw it down there nowadays. But
the blowhole GoPro,
something like that. Doesn't seem very friendly, but
you can never
get a shot.
You can easily get inside of a whale and set up shop. You know what I mean?
I think we're getting to a point in technology and cinema where I think we can get this done.
The bridge is there.
So Roberto, what do you think it was about? Was it about the
The
library?
depths of the ocean in color. Although I really want to see a Jacques Cousteau documentary about a library because he's got the point of view. You know what I mean?
Well, it was
again a choice.
It was the first documentary to be used underwater cinematography. So that's yeah. So it was ocean depths in color.
There was a whale in that poster, though, Jake. You were close.
It might have slipped in there.
Give the people what they want.
There we go.
Jake, come on. Are there any whales in Macomb, Illinois?
I'm so desperately landlocked. Are there any whales in the Mississippi River?
Who knows? Climate change might do that.
Soon enough,
all
right? Up the Gulf.
In 1971, the winner was the Hellstrom Chronicles. What was this about? Was it about man battling insects for control of the world? Was it about sex abuse in private schools? Or was it about serial killers? The Hellstrom Chronicles.
Again, some light fare.
Right.
It's an entertainment show.
Yeah. So what do you think it was about? What do you think?
I'm going to go with 2 or 3. What do you think? I was going to say serial killers. I'm going to go with serial killers.
I'm going to go with serial killers, too. Easier to joke about.
Nope. Actually, it combined elements of documentary, science fiction, horror, and apocalyptic.
One more time. One more time.
Lucy Bell drinking the same juice.
Apocalyptic prophecy to present a gripping satirical depiction of the struggle for survival between humans and insects.
Oh, that sounds great.
Watch this. This is great.
1971. Yes.
Only they will survive.
That's the best way this could have ended up. This is just wonderful. What a great wreck. I've never heard of that before.
Agreed.
All right, and one more. We got one more, and that's the title is One Day in September, and it won in 1999. What happened that day? Was it the first day of desegregation in South Africa? Was it about a widespread electrical blackout, or was it about murder at the Summer Olympics?
I think
One day in September.
That's the Olympics one, right?
Is Olympics that late in September? Yeah, I'll go with the Olympics.
Yeah, I questioned the September too, but it was September 5th, 1972, when 11 Israeli athletes were murdered at the 1972 Summer Olympics in Munich, Germany. Right. So
it's an instant classic, it says. Could you imagine watching the film over and over again?
Just pop that shit in.
I just want to watch more days of September.
Who knows?
Pink Floyd on in the beginning, right where the gunshot goes.
It's something to fall asleep to, guys.
Get some scraping going on, and you're all set.
Scrape it out. I'm dying to see the film, man. Now I'm like super juiced about it. So
same here.
September and then scrapers.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. You've been a pleasure, and I look forward to watching some of your films in the future. All right. And if you ever need a leading actor, I think that's what they go now, the generic actor. I'm your person. Thank you, guys. Have
Thanks
a good
so
evening. Much. Oh my! Hey, Russell, did we find Lucy Bell?
We did. I think she was drunk behind a stove or a refrigerator somewhere.
Is she ready?
I've got her. She's mostly dressed and ready to go.
All right. Well,
here she is.
You're on.
Kitchen in the Kitchen with Lucy Bell.
Hey everybody, it's Lucy LeMay here, the reigning queen of Beaver Pond with another episode of Bitchin' in the Kitchen. It's been a cold one. I sure hope all y'all are warm. It's been so cold here and snowing. We have been trapped in Beaver Pond. Yep. No one can leave the hot damn trailer park. Nobody has plowed. It's like none of the roads are open. So I couldn't even get to the store for this week's episode. But I went through my cupboards and I really couldn't find much to fix. It's like, so we're just down to the bare minimums. But you know what? Don't worry. I have plenty to drink. Yes. Oh, I sure do. We always got plenty to drink around here. And if we run out, I'll just run over to Amber's trailer. She's not here anyway. And this week, I was going to do the Mardi Gras theme, of course, as you can see, because us LeMays, we love Mardi Gras. We love all the parades, the costumes, oh yes, and the beads, and the cocktails, of course. Speaking of, I think it's time for another one. And what we're going to make is a original New Orleans hurricane. I found the recipe. 2 ounces of light rum, 2 ounces of dark rum, 2 ounces of passion fruit, 1 ounce of orange juice, ½ ounce fresh lime juice, 1 teaspoon of simple syrup, 1 teaspoon of grenadine, and shake. Pour over ice, garnish with orange and a cherry. 2 ounces of light rum. It looks like that road's got to get plowed because, oh my goodness, I'm running low on dark rum. 2 ounces of passion fruit. Oh, that smells good. 1 ounce of orange juice. That looks good. Give it a little extra. Simple syrup. These were always so good in New Orleans. Oh, they love to make them fresh. They're so good. But they always have those others that are in those little machines too. And then we need a tablespoon of grenadine. Okay, let's see. Look. Ooh. A fresh drink. Oh boy. Yep. Well, I guess after this episode is over, I might as well throw dinner together. I'll just put this chili macaroni with beef and chili gravy and these refried beans together, cook them for dinner. Oh, refried chili mac. I see it coming already. Maybe that'll be next week. I guess I'd have to say my bitch for this week is I need to get plowed. So remember, www, wash your hands, wear your mask, and watch your distance. Things are getting better.
Oh, Lucy Bell, I've seen you drink a few of those hurricanes in New Orleans at the Quarter Pocket, at the Rawhide, at Pierre Lafitte's. She's had her share of hurricanes in New Orleans. All right. Let's see. I think I see Rocco's in the green room. Rocco, you want to come out?
Hey, Amber, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, Rocco. What's up with you tonight?
Not a whole lot. I enjoy the fact that you got filmmaker night. You know, I think it's fun. I like to see other filmmakers. And I did say other filmmakers because I don't know if you know this. I myself make some films too. Now, I haven't been in it. I might not be like Roberto, where I make an award-winning film on my way to work. But I got stuff. I do stuff.
Oh, yeah? What are some of your titles?
Well, all right. What did I make? Well, I've been working on my latest, my feature film debut, which is called Death's a Bitch. It's about a guy who falls in love with Death's daughter, and she brings him to New Jersey to meet her mother, who is Death, and she runs the business of Death from a bed and breakfast in New Jersey. I'm almost done with it. Almost done. And this week, on the 23rd, will be the 16th anniversary from the first day of production.
Oh, so it's just rolling along.
It's moving fast, right? This is the shirt. I acted it and I directed it and stuff. And this is the shirt I wore in the movie. you can see nothing has changed, right? You'd never know it's 16 years ago.
So are you still casting it? I mean, I can play the daughter,
yeah, I am,
perhaps.
because I got this one scene where there's a bunch of death scenes. I need people to die, like 2 seconds of death. And I look at you and I think death.
Well, I almost died a little earlier when Lucy Bell wasn't ready to come on when she was supposed to be. Yes.
Oh. Well, that Lucy Bell knows how to kill.
Yes. So what else has been going on, Rocco?
Oh, wait. Hold on. I'm talking about Death's a Bitch. I'm
Okay,
not done.
okay.
Russell,
Okay.
roll that clip.
I have a very special story for you.
I want you to meet Jimmy, Deanna's new friend.
Well, what's the deal with this bed and breakfast anyway? I mean, is this like part of the business? Because, I mean, the clientele here is really weird.
Not like I killed anyone. Don't piss her off.
Do my best not to.
So, what exactly is it that you import and export?
Deanna hasn't told you yet.
No, she just said you were the only ones dealing with that particular product.
Yes. It's amazing how easy it is to trivialize such an important and necessary business.
Does anyone die?
But of course, what would a bedtime story be without death?
Death is near. Death is at hand. Death is near. Death is at hand. Death is near.
By the way, is the guy who was holding that "Death is Near" sign, is he single? Do you know?
Yes. That's Tommy. He's a great guy. He does a lot for Broadway. He works with Theater Defense League or something.
Well, it looks great. So it said coming soon.
I lied.
Did you?
I lied. It's that factual. I lied. All right. So it's taken a while. But you know what? Seriously, I am almost done. And it's going to be friggin' amazing. Because I've seen that movie 100 times and I still love it.
Well, good. Well, I know you have a good judge of character. You know,
yeah. That's what they say anyway. So now I'm working on puppet shows and shit too.
Puppet shows and shit. That's good.
That's how it. So what are you doing?
Well, I'm curious. This week was Fat Tuesday, which meant the first day of Lent. Did you give up anything for Lent, Rocco?
I did. What?
I
give up the same thing every year. Playing video slots.
And
it sounds dumb, but it's, screw it. I'm giving up something I like. And, I'm saving some money because I ain't losing a bundle on video slots.
Well, good for you. You picked something out and you stick with it, don't you?
Yeah. What about you? What'd you give up?
Well, I don't give up anything. I have nothing to give up. I gave it up back at the beginning of the pandemic, so I'm fine.
You're doing good. You're doing good.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm going to kill you for that movie.
Bring it on.
All right. Anybody else want to die for my movie? 2 seconds of screen time. I swear it'll be awesome. The bloodier, the better.
All right. Well, contact my agent. Yeah, I think you know him, Russell Dreher.
Oh, yeah, that guy. I want to kill him too. So, yeah, that's it. That's what's going on. Filmmaking stuff. I'm going skiing this week. You believe that?
Where?
Wyndham.
Where's that?
New York. I don't know. I've never been there. I've been skiing in forever.
So we have a suggestion here. Death is a Bitch with Boog and Shug. What about that?
That would be fantastic.
They could be the detectives.
Maybe they'll do the sequel. And, actually, because I kind of picture Death's a Bitch being a Broadway musical someday, too. Boog and Shug would be in it. It'd be like a mixture between, I don't know, what was the, all right, Avenue Q and, what was that move? There was and some crazy other thing.
We'll do it. Let's put that on the board. All right.
Adam's family crossover with Boog and Suge. I don't know. That's a bitch. Storm Boog and Suge.
I like that. Or Carrie. We can have
Boog and Suge and Amber LeMay.
Sounds like a good team. A good team.
That works. I like that.
All right, Rocco. You have a good week.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Hey, you guys have a good week out there. I'm gonna find clothes that fit, and maybe I'll survive the week. And if so, I'll see you later.
I'll be here next week. Hope to see you then too, Rocco.
Right.
Bye-bye. All right. Rocco, you never know what he's going to talk about. But I had no idea you had that clip coming. Wow. 3 movie makers in the show tonight. That's great. Hey, Jack, what you up to?
I'm over here now. Hey.
Oh, there you are.
I'm here. I made it.
So you knew Jack or Jake for a while, haven't you?
Yeah, Jake and I, we go way back to when we were just little beavers and beaver pond players under the tutelage of cousin Crystal.
We've
known each other a long time. Yeah, stable of actors there. Jake and me and Max Resnick, Robert Resnick's son. So there's some history to it.
That's great. He's doing great stuff now. That's cool.
Yeah,
so how about the cap?
Cool.
What other?
Well, it was cool to see that
comments did we
video
get
that Rocco's working on. Crazy that he's been working on it for the past 16 years. I hope it's going to be really good one of these days.
I wonder how long it is.
I don't know, but if there's one thing that working on my music video told me, then it's kind of amazing that any film gets made in the end after all. I'll give you an example. Have you ever seen the movie Zardoz with Sean Connery?
No.
It's just about the craziest movie, and it got made. It's just Sean Connery running around in this crazy red bandolier Speedo the whole film. I mean, you might see a clip of it and think, oh, this probably happens once. Nope, 90 minutes of that. That movie got made.
You never know.
So I believe in you, Rocco. That's the bottom line.
So how about some comments tonight? What do we have,
we had
Jack?
some good ones. Let's see that picture of that falling down building. We have Orange Shit Weasel Destroyed. Thank you, Larry. Tracy says, nothing really needs to be said. Joshua Beaupre, Big J Beaupre says, oh, look at me, I'm a big tower, and oh no, I'm going to crash. And, this is a little off topic, but I had to bring it back. Ted Cruz should not wear skinny jeans. So thank you for that, Dean. We had, no, keep that clip up. We have some more captions. I'm melting. We had another one from that. We actually had some comments on Stream Ally, which I can't post up here, unfortunately, but I can say them. But we did have another I'm melting from Rusty J. And we had one from Gary B, who commented, being that tall, you must be compensated for that tiny weenie. And I've got a couple more. Cousin Craig wrote, and where are you, Cousin Craig? Oh, there he is. Trump casino demolished. Fox News blames Antifa. And finally, Karen says, there he blows.
Oh, he blew us all. I see we have one last one there. Just arrived.
This is the first time I've ever gone down on anything.
I think we can all be thankful about that. All right. Good job tonight, Jack. Thank you very much. Hey, Russell, come on in.
Hello again.
Well, we survived another show. What did you say this was our 49th one?
This was I believe our 49th show. Let me check just to make sure. In my list.
Got it on the list. 49.
49.
It is 49. Yep.
Wow. So what's coming up next week, Russell?
Next week we have 2 great guests. One of whom is a composer who has a surf rock band, and he also has done some composing for softcore porn comedies such as Kinky Kong. So that's going to be an interesting interview. He's a great guy. It'll be a lot of fun. And then we have another guest coming on who actually works in the adult industry. I believe his current title is Director of Production at a company that you may have watched once or twice, Amber, but Jack, I'm sure you never have. So, so it will be the all porn episode. No, not all porn. It will be a musical porn episode. How's that?
That sounds fantastic and steamy.
Yes. But before we go, I do want to remind people, thank them again if they're on our Bustier list, and remind them that you can support us using Venmo at RJD Pro, or if you're watching on Stream Ally, you can use the tipping system that's built right into the chat on Stream Ally, and we thank you and appreciate you all for that. And then it's off to next week.
Yes. Well, thank you guys very much. Great show. Thank you. That was great. Whoa, it was so good to see comments there from Dean and Ed. Thank you very much for the tip you gave from Steam Ally. I appreciate that. That was nice seeing that. And thank you for watching. It's great to see the people on the list. Some I know, some I don't know. And but we're getting to know each other. Like I said, it's been almost a year. We got a special coming up in 2 weeks. Oh, wait till you hear about that show. And then we might do a little retrospective coming up on our anniversary, too. So a lot to look forward to here on Amber Live. We're here every Sunday night at 8 o'clock Eastern. I'm going to be here next week. Hope you will be, too. Bye-bye.
Have you ever been hit by Cupid's arrow? Hey, you shouldn't fire that thing in my house. My mom gets mad. No, that means have you ever fallen in love? Well, I'd love for this episode to be over. It is.